Brother Fan brought up an interesting point offline. We're at the point now, it's January 18th. It's been about 4 months, almost 5 months since the last batch of releases.
Mm. They went quietly.
It's been yeah.
It was September 21st, 2023 is when the last batch of that big batch, it was almost like 20 names that got released from WWE. And we've been seeing some movement recently. Actually, let me make sure we mark this properly. And Brother Fan wanted to know what's going on with that last batch of releases. And I was sitting here. They had me doing. I was doing homework. Because some of these people you ain't seen or heard nothing from these people in a minute. So I wanted to go through a list or go through the list. And we anybody who wants to chime in, we could chime in. I guess the first name, and a lot of these people just ain't done shit. So I'm gonna just note that plain if that's the case. The first name, obviously, Dabaketo. Bobby Tunde hasn't been doing anything since September 23rd or September 2023. He had a match on NXT.
He wasn't doing shit before that.
He just dropped a some like cryptic Instagram post and talk. It was like talking in the background. I don't know if it was him or not, like in a regular without an accent, but it was just him or some talking to it. Like he ready to do something somewhere.
Was it a dip? Because the only Instagram I could find I think was a Dabaketo one, and I don't know if that one's still active.
Bobby Tunde.
It's probably he may have a whole. And that's the other thing. So, trying to figure out what some of these cats are is a job in and of itself. Next up, the brother Brooklyn Barlow. He's not doing anything. You ain't seen him. He's not wrestled since.
From the Y.
No, he was just Jacoby Brooks. Kobe not Bean, I believe, is his Twitter handle. He's actually tweeting about wrestling, but he ain't been doing nothing since. Quincy Elliott, who
Was released?
Quincy Elliott got released in September. And Quincy was specific. The story was specifically because it backstage. There was all that talk about the burner Twitter account and talking to the fans and whatnot. They specifically said they released him because of
the drums.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff. Apparently, I saw there was an interview that he did in October of last year. Kind of just like broadly saying you can see me doing movies or music or whatever, but nothing really. I'm not no wrestling, no nothing like that. And again, you ain't seen.
He just had a match.
Where?
Like 2 weeks ago. I This not a diss. Last time.
No.
He was in. It was in like a gymnasium and shit. And it was like 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Unless this was, it couldn't have been no old shit.
It's got to be very recent because I was checking cage match on everybody and that's not listed. The last thing that's listed for him it was the NXT match against let's see if I can pull it up real quick. And that was in August. That's Eichmann Jiro. It was the NXT live show that he lost. His last couple of matches was losses on the road, July and August of last year.
Shout out to Norfolk.
Shouts out to Shanky. Brother Fan was actually asking about Shanky during Raw this week. Shanky, he ain't been wrestling.
Yeah, Shanky got released too. He wasn't in that release batch, was he?
Yeah.
He was?
It was announced, and yeah, everything was hit September 21st. Again, based off of what I was seeing anyway.
God bless.
Peace of the chat. They ain't seen much from Shanky. Shelton Benjamin, peace of the God. He's tweeting. I don't know if Shelton Benjamin's wrestling anytime soon, but I didn't see anything about any matches since September 2023.
He does a Twitch channel. He just started.
He's on Twitch. He is on Twitch. That's what it is. That's what it was. Another NXT guy, brother named Kevin Ventura Cortez. He totally stepped away from the ring. I didn't really know much about him, but he was in that batch. A lot of those were like people that just weren't being used at all. And that for the most, there's a couple more people, but for the most part, like there's like half of these people are doing nothing, and the other half are putting in work. Rick Boogs.
I didn't realize that. Oh well, I think I did realize that.
Rick, not seen Rick. I don't think Rick's wrestled since SummerSlam. He's active on YouTube though. Apparently, he's weightlifting. Giving like tips on bodybuilding and getting your body right and whatnot. But I don't know if he's wrestling.
He's had some nasty things to say about pro wrestling in general.
Really?
He's tight.
That would
Did
make
he have
sense.
his guitar with him?
I sure hope not. See, you can't say this is one of them. Boog's one of them for real strong, like big dumb strong.
Like when I saw the YouTube, I wasn't surprised that it was mostly body type stuff. He's one of those guys. He just happened to be able to put on an entertaining stick. Anyway, Aaliyah, who I hadn't wrestled since September of 2022, is currently working with a company called Remix Rumble. I guess they do like wrestling theme parties. I can't tell if they're at clubs or whatnot, but there's one coming up at the end of the month. I saw.
Would she be with the nigga like dressed in Stone Cold walking through the Bronx and shit?
I didn't get it. Someone said something about DJing. I couldn't tell if it was like an EDM party. I didn't get really too deep into it, but if you look for her page on Twitter, it's I think it's January 27th is the next party, so you can find information. I was just doing my Googles about an hour or two ago. Let's see, Emma Tennille Dashwood. She said in December that she was unsure of if she was going to go back to the ring, and ever since she's kind of like a travel lifestyle vlogger. She got a whole YouTube. It's all just
nice
vlogs of them go her and what's the name, Riddick Moss, because they got engaged, and he's not doing anything either. But they just be out tripping, I guess.
I'll be getting
Wait, he got released too?
Yes.
I'll be getting Riddick Moss and Rick Boogs confused.
Yeah, they both got released at the same time.
Oh wow. I thought he had potential, honestly.
Riddick Moss. A lot of people like Riddick Moss. I think a lot of women like Riddick Moss. If I believe anyway. Mason Mansour, Maxim Male Models, they're still active. They were in Deadlock Pro last month. They've got a Deadlock Pro match this weekend. Fan was telling me, I found that they're going to be they did a Battle Rumble promo with For Your Wear recently. They were in the video with him. Battle Rumble is I believe it's later. It's Rumble time. It's whatever. Next week. Mimi may go down. I don't know. NXT. I believe she's working on NXT. Ulyssa Leon. She changed her name. She's now wrestling as Ulyssa Mexa down in Mexico and just won the Crash Femenil Championship back in November. She changed her name and just been moving. I didn't know her at all in NXT though. I don't think I ever saw her perform at all.
I don't know who that is.
She moving. Matt Riddle. He's been cooking. Matt Riddle's been. I didn't realize he's been wrestling in MLW and New Japan Strong since earlier this month. It may have been like the 6th. It was earlier this month. And he's also booked for Battle in the Valley. He's got a tag match where he's facing a tag team that includes Zack Sabre Jr.
Shit, he's here. He's wrestling here.
Yeah, he's moving. He's definitely you can see Matt Riddle soon. If you want. Elias, he changed his name to Elijah. I believe it's on January 1st. He tweeted about that. And it was recently announced he's got a match against Speedball Mike Bailey on for Wrestling Revolver on the 17th of February.
She's gonna be fire. I like the Elias. I walk with him.
I
walk with him. I like them.
I interviewed him one time. Anyway.
What did he say? Hello, man. My name is Elias.
He said, I'm putting out my album. You should feel lucky to be talking to me. And I was.
WWE stands for We Wasn't Really It.
Niggas broke weed up on his disc.
God damn. It was just they broke it on their phone. It was just on Spotify. I'm not mistaken.
Plate, bro.
This weekend.
Wasn't even gonna make it.
Now we're getting to the everything that happened this weekend segment of what's going on with these WWE releases from last quarter. Mustafa Ali this Saturday during all the hubbub a video was released announcing that he's going to be making his New Japan debut at Windy City Riot, April 12th.
That makes perfect sense.
Yes, yes, that's it's a perfect fit.
If I'm not mistaken, he just had a match with I don't know why I'm thinking Myron Reed, but it wasn't Myron Reed. But he just had a fucking match.
Let me just. He's actually.
But was it a Negro?
But was it somebody black?
I can't remember, yo.
He's been moving. He wrestled Gringo Loco and GCW last week. He was also in Demand Lucha Plancha. He wrestled Jack Cartwheel and Gringo Loco. He actually has a match tonight. That match is apparently today. If it didn't happen, it's happening tonight.
Yo, Jack Cartwheel does this spot, yo, where he swings his legs like a sweep, but it's slow. He just holding himself up with his arms. The little nigga is strong as an ox, yo. Check his matches out. It's weird. It's a weird gimmick. It's a super weird gimmick, but the matches are amazing.
He's just like a gymnast. It's like a gym, like a.
He is dope. He's actually a flippy nigga.
Yeah, like a legit flippy nigga, but like knows that
literally.
He can. Yeah, knows that he could.
The most misused word on earth. He is quite literally a flippy nigga.
Facts.
Something like Stacey Vincent Jr. I think his name was Stacey Vincent Jr. Used to be in NXT and shit. Same thing. He got released too, maybe a year or two ago.
Jack Cartwheel.
No. A guy similar to Jack. Jack Harlow. Who did all the flips and shit like that. He was a gymnast.
Oh wow, yeah. We'll get to that. I see there's Okada news. We'll get to that. Yeah. It looks like his contract.
Is that our cousin? That's really not. Is the ops?
I don't know. Yeah, New Japan reported that Okada's leaving New Japan after his contract ends on January 31st. We talked about that briefly recently.
Molly, he's sweating.
Yeah, we'll see where he goes. But yeah, we could.
Are you sure it's over on the 31st?
That's what New Japan was.
31st of what?
January. So I don't know if he can make.
Nope.
You don't know.
Actually, I'm sorry.
I'm about AJ Styles, right?
I'm sorry. I was going to their site. Hold on one second.
I don't know if I think like international non-competes are different. Like
maybe he could show up
as long as it ain't like national TV.
Maybe, yeah. Let's see. We'll be leaving after the conclusion of his contract. We apologize for the abrupt nature of this announcement. He will appear on February date. So yeah, I don't know.
He's gonna be at the Royal Rumble,
but then go back to fulfill these. You think?
Nah.
This is what 3 dates.
Will appear.
Changes will be made to the forthcoming cards with an announcement to follow.
Man, he ain't showing up to that shit.
Yeah, he is.
If he wants.
What the?
Okada gotta.
I feel like he may need it. Would be a real dick move, I think, if he didn't fulfill whatever obligations, and they're noting it. You know what I mean? In the release that he's leaving, they're noting that. We'll see, though. I mean, again, Mimi, if something pop off. No, so we got
green and shit.
Yes, you will. Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke was a part of those releases as well, and she just showed up on at TNA Hard to Kill as Ash by Elegance.
First thing I thought when I saw her was tits up.
It looked like Phony Storm. That was my immediate thought. And they didn't really.
What's Tony Storm got to do with this?
I thought it was Sheba Sheree.
Sheba Sheree is the name of that episode.
It's Sheba Sheree, yo. I swear to God, when I heard Ash by Elegance, I thought Sheba Sheree.
That's right.
What's that?
You
It's-
you ain't gonna know it. It's some housewives.
Exactly.
Some
It's
housewife shit. Oh Jesus Christ! I don't know. I don't know when she's gonna wrestle. I think literally all she did on the show was that. But she did confirm officially that she is no longer gonna be on or she's with TNA.
Oh,
Top Dollar got that
Not-
release.
Mm-hmm.
We also just saw him at Hard to Kill with I think he's not wrong. This may be the greatest or best choke slam in the business right now.
It's one of them.
Joe Henry looked like he hurt.
That specific one, right?
This one.
Yeah. It was good. Jack Henry did his thing.
Yeah. He got slammed on some cheeses. Someone said call it the cheese it choke slam. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but you see it's a pile of cheeses down. He got slammed on them.
well, you know what that's from is Dollar did the Cheez-Its Bowl game, and so he was that's what the play was. Shout out to my Vols winning that game, but yeah, he
what? Shout out to what?
my Vols, nigga.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey,
okay.
Enunciate, nigga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be clear.
It
Oh,
sounds like
hey, nigga! Shout out to my balls too, nigga.
No, I ain't shouting them.
I like this.
I said that for me.
He killed this nigga. Look at that shit. Bam!
No, you didn't.
Bam! Bam! I'm sorry.
All you needed was a.
Boom! Nah.
That was like, remember when it would be a Monday after a pay-per-view and they wouldn't want to show you any footage.
AJ Francis.
Absolutely decimated him with a choke slam. If you weren't there to see it, we can't show you the video right now, but we're gonna get pretty close with these.
But yeah, I would assume for anybody wondering if Top Dollar was gonna be rocking the TNA, I think that whole segment kind of proved that AJ Francis, if it's not officially announced tonight, I'm assuming it should, at the very least, he's gonna be getting mixy down there.
So this nigga, he just posted all his dates. This nigga gonna be all over the earth.
He moving
all over the place,
like everywhere now. Titty Storm is actually they announced that she signed.
Yeah, she signed.
Yeah, they said she's official. She went on Busted Open and kind of ran them niggas down a little bit.
Word.
She was a little like she was not ran them down, but she was like, yo, they never really believed me. I was always like I was always like a jobber to them niggas, and I never got my chance to get busy. So yeah, she feel away, and it's clear.
Well, I think. Well, the thing was, when went back at WrestleMania, I sat in on the interview that she did with the Ringer, and she talked a lot about her role, and she was open. She was like, "Look, I know that I'm at a certain part of my career, but I'm down for whatever." She's like, "I'm down to be that person on Main Event," and I think she liked being on NXT, rocking with
but they didn't like her.
with Kalani Jordan.
Hey, Cal, put balls to the wall. Balls to the wall is.
I don't like that.
Balls to the wall is in the running.
Balls to the wall. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
To the window. To the ball.
I don't like that.
Balls to the wall. Yeah. So yeah, I
Finish it.
I don't like that. The sweat drop down your balls. I don't like this at all.
So yeah, so TNA obviously if we're running it down the line.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I think she kind of runs into we love Trinity 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah,
we are all fans of Trinity here, but I think that Sheba Sheree runs into the same. I don't think it's a problem, but she runs into the same opportunity if she comes here. You see how they introduced her. She has the opportunity to do what she says she didn't get the chance to do.
Right.
So she could. It's possible that this could open up, be something big for her in her future if she grabs a hold of them brass rings, them Nouveau rings.
Do they have brass rings in TNA?
Don't they got them everywhere?
That's good. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just watch it on the TV. But no, yeah. So obviously, if we're talking Ash by Elegance and AJ Francis making their way to Hard to Kill, the TNA this past weekend. We have to talk about the biggest release from September, who's been making waves. I believe the first time I heard Nic Nemeth working outside of the WWE, it was there's a show in WWC in Puerto Rico this Saturday. I think that I don't know if that's his first in ring match, but that was the first thing I saw. But if you watch New Japan Pro, what was you gonna say, man?
No. I think that's the only one.
That may be the only the only
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Although I think he's probably taping with TNA very soon. Because I saw a graphic with a match already announced for TNA for him.
Yeah, it's him and Trey Miguel.
Trey Miguel, that's what it was. He was at Wrestle Kingdom 18 earlier this month. He sat in on the global heavyweight title match between David Finlay, John Moxley, and Will Ospreay that Finlay won. And at the end of the match, Finlay got into Nic Nemeth face, and then they were scrapping at the ringside, and then they was scrapping at they was scrapping at the press conference. So, and I want to say he may have a match. We may have a match coming up in New Japan soon. But yeah, we're talking about Nic Nemeth's appearance. He showed up at the end of Hard to Kill.
That nigga looked like we got Thor at home.
Right.
Facts. It's a lot of hair.
He looked like fucking He-Man.
He look like little He-Man though.
Yeah,
the power of grace.
That's crazy. He showed up at the very end of the pay-per-view after number 51 officially won the TNA world title. He showed up behind him. He super kicked him, and then he ran out into the crowd and ripped off the Motley Crue shirt to reveal a TNA wrestling t-shirt. The crowd was going ham. If I'm not mistaken, and within a day, the YouTube for this, the YouTube replay of this hit like 1 million views, which which isn't a surprise.
It's insane. For them, it's
for them that's huge. Yeah, I mean it's Nick. I mean it's clear that in that class, this was the biggest star. I mean, again, he's on that award tour that I think Mercedes was looking to do around this time last year.
Yeah, I remember when he got re-signed, or he had re-signed, and he was specifically signing a jobber contract.
Yes.
They told the nigga like, you gonna lose, and he was like, nah, I'm cool with that.
And it was a good amount of money, and that's what I was about to get to, cause I don't mean to cut you off. That if he would have left then, would his stock have been high enough? Do you think his stock would have been high enough to come back and not be a jobber now?
To pull a Drew McIntyre?
Right.
I don't think wrestling was where it is now then, though.
Right. I think that may have been the problem.
I think that makes a big difference for him.
But it was an AEW.
I think there was an AEW, but I think there even like the TNA of now is different than the TNA of 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And when you add in not just that New Japan is a viable option for a lot of people, but there are more people here watching New Japan and willing to be up at 2 or 3 in the morning to check that out. I think it feels like a different world, but it's also one of those things where this was, again, for that, I don't want to say perfect storm, but like this may have been that last window, because he's around our age. He's basically our age at this point. Like, I don't know.
Our as in who? Because y'all are older than me.
Nigga, me and you.
No,
and you got them glasses on, so you know I'm talking to you. You can see me talking to you.
What'd you say?
You.